guys, Tarantula Noob. This is the rehousing video of my pickups from the Southern show. So first up is my female C.versicolour. If it's like my others, it's got a really good feeding response. I haven't got my brush, I've only got my tongs, so I don't want it to bite. Oh, okay. Yeah. Again, great feeding response. The slightest touch and it goes mental. I don't want it to bite these tongs because I don't want it to injure its fangs. I really need to go and buy another brush because God knows where mine's gone. So let's try and coax this girl out. Come on. Come on. There you go. Up we go. Good girl. There we go. Okay, that went reasonably well. That's cool. Let's don't come out. Right, easiest way I found. I don't want to poke her with the tongs again in case she bites and hurts her fangs. I'm just going to guide her back in using the catch cup, and that way the worst that's going to happen. Oh, there we go. It just did. But the worst that's going to happen is she goes into the catch cup, which then isn't a problem because I can just plonk her in, and I've got holes in the side of the catch cup in a couple of different places, and I can just nudge her down. Oh, there we go. Quite feisty though. It's not surprising. Most of my versicolors or my Avics, yeah, they are really quite feisty. Really are. But there we go, she is in, safe and sound. Good to see. Let's move the camera off the tripod, bear with. There we go. Right, there she is. Great colours. Gotta love a Versi. Really is. This is the tea that I want to be my first breeding project. I can't wait. Just look at those colours. You've got the red abdomen, you've got the red legs, purple on the back legs, green carapace. It's a gorgeous tea. It just really is. Can't really see through this plastic, but yeah, there we go. Gorgeous. Moving on. Right, this is potentially going to be a bit more of an interesting rehouse. I'm expecting this tea to be quite defensive. It's an old world. There we go. As you can see, it's already kicking off a little bit. This is the Thai zebra. Sorry guys, I'm gonna have to learn the Latin name. I'm not gonna try it in this video. But all I'm gonna do is put this enclosure all the way inside the main one, so that hopefully it can't get out. I really don't want to use my tongs to prod this one out because I do think it's going to be defensive, and I do think it might strike at the tongs. Don't want it. Oh, sorry mate, knocked in the bum. I don't want it to strike at the tongs and hurt its fangs. Again, I need to find my brush. I really do. I've looked everywhere, I can't find it. If I can't find it, I'm going to have to buy a new one. What I'm going to try and do, I think, is I think I'm just going to try and tip the enclosure up. Oh god, this tea is stunning. I know I said it in the pickups video that I did. Sorry about the traffic going past us. Got the window open. I kept banging on in the pickup video about how nice this tea was, but this tea's stunning, and I know I'm never going to see it again because it's going to be a pet hole. But wow. Right, I'm hoping if I tip this up, she will walk out nice and calmly. Yeah, it's not going to happen, is it? But right, you look at her for a second while I get. Oh no, that's not going to work either. Okay, that's not going to fit. Right, bear with. I'm going to need to. Oh, bloody hell. Right, sorry about that guys, I managed to knock the camera off the tripod, but it's alright. I have tipped the enclosure up, she's walked out reasonably calmly, and I didn't end up dumping all the substrate on top of her, which is a bonus. So if I just take this tub out, lunge your leg, there we go. Right, cool. Oh, and I've just dumped a load of substrate on top of her, which is what I just said I was glad I didn't do. Great. Sorry about that, darling. I'm sure she'll be fine. They're a burrowing species. They used to be covered in dirt. Let's grab this bit of... don't even know what that is. Yeah, take that out anyway. That was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Not going to lie. I'm never going to see it again. It's going to burrow. It's going to be a pet hole. But while I've got it, it's stunning. Oh, the fingerprints are really bad in the light. I need to give that a wipe. Right, this was actually about 2 hours later. Let's settle in a little bit. It's had a little bit of a burrow, not a lot, to be honest. It's done a little bit of webbing already. I'm quite impressed by the amount of webbing it's done in a couple of hours. I didn't realise this was a high webbing species, as it were, but settled in. I'm going to offer it a roach purely because when you get a new tea, you don't know when the last time it was fed was. I always like to offer it. If it's not interested and it doesn't take it, I will take the prey item out because I don't want it to get stressed. If it takes it, that's great. If not, take it out straight away. For all you know, it ate the day before you bought it. It's going to be stressful moving in. You don't want it to have the stress of a prey item constantly pestering it. But I always like to offer just in case. So I can't decide. Sorry guys, I can't decide if that's interested or just resting your feet on something that moved. It's definitely not a Fatal Fangs takedown. Oh no, okay, she's moving on top of it. Okay, yeah, there you go, she did take it. That was an incredibly gentle takedown for an old world. Yeah, I think once she's burrowed and she has to pop out and grab it, that it's potentially going to be a lot more feisty than that. But for now, there you go. She's got food. She's going to eat. Help her settle in. Hopefully, she's got a water bowl. She's already done. Like I say, she's already done quite a bit of webbing, considering it's only been a couple of hours in this enclosure. Yeah, I am hoping she will settle in nicely, and she's stunning. I banged on probably too long in the unboxing, or not unboxing, but the pickup video that I did last. But I think the markings on this girl are amazing. Let me see if I can take the camera out of the tripod. Bear with, you're probably going to get shook around quite a lot. But let's see if I can get a bit of a closer look. I just think the markings on this girl are amazing. Her abdomen is stunning, and her leg pattern, that's what really gets me. Actually, now I've got the torchlight. Oh, bit of a Wayne's World moment there. God, I'm showing my age. But yeah, she's actually done webbing on the side of the enclosure as well, which I didn't see by the naked eye, but now I've got the torch on my phone. I realise you can't really see through the glass because she's webbed up the side of the enclosure as well. So she's done a lot more webbing than I realised. But yeah, stunning tea. Really can't wait for this one to be in my future feeding videos. Right, gonna leave it to it. You can see how much substrate I've given her down there to borrow. So yeah, looking forward to seeing how she does. Right, moving on. There we go. Okay, I said moving on, and then I looked at her again. Those patterns, look at those patterns. Her carapace and her leg patterns complement each other so well. I can't get over how beautiful this tea is. I really can't. I know I'm banging on for too long, but again, I'm never going to see it. It's going to come out in a blur from a burrow. It's going to grab a cockroach and it's going to go back in again. I'm going to see it for about half a second once a week. So I am making the most of it while she's out and about. But yeah, those patterns on those legs are phenomenal. Again, sorry for the dodgy camera work through the glass, but she has webbed it up a lot more than I thought she would in literally a couple of hours. Look how beautiful that is. That's amazing. Right, I am going to move on now, guys. I will stop boring you with the same tea. Let's move on to the next one and let her eat in peace. So here is my first ever scorpion unboxing. This is the shiny burrowing scorpion. Not going to try and pronounce the Latin name. I'm going to have to learn these. So let's see if I give it a nudge. Is it going to walk out like a T? No, it's not. It's going to turn around and confront me instead. Okay, fair enough. Wow, its claws are amazing. Its armor plating is like stone. I don't even know if you can hear that with the metal tweezers against it, but that is rock hard. That's amazing. Right, let's how am I going to do this? Maybe if I tap you on this side, then if you're coming towards it, do I push you out a little bit? Come on. Oh, okay, just grab the tweezers there. That is some decent power for what is, you know, a small animal. Right, let's tip it up and give it a nudge. I think you're going to have to be a bit more forceful with this. Give it a, go on, your feet are on there. Go on, down you go. The good thing about these compared to teas is, you know, they're not going to bolt, or at least if they do bolt, they're bolting on the ground. They can't climb shiny surfaces. It's not getting out of this tank. This is very basic for now. Giving it a hide, giving it a burrow, substrate to burrow down into if it wants, a bit of leaf litter, water bowl. That's kind of it. I'll probably give it a bit more in the next day or two. But this is just a temporary setup while it gets rehoused out of that little plastic deli cup. It's going to be happier in here. So here it is through the side. Again, sorry guys, I didn't realise until you get your camera out, you don't really realise how dirty things are. God, this scorpion's amazing. I shine a light on most animals, they back away. You shine a light on this one and it comes to tell you off. This thing has an attitude. It really does. Look at it. That's amazing. I'm going to enjoy this. I really am. I'm glad I picked this guy up. Yes, great little thing. Got an attitude on it. Right, next one is the sand swimmer scorpion. This is, well, you can see, this is skittish. I'm pretty sure it doesn't like the light. I know they're quite reclusive animals, so I'm not surprised by that. I'm going to give it a feed. Again, I'll offer it if it doesn't take it. Oi! Oh, it took it, no hesitation at all. That's good to see. Oh, and it's got a belly side up, which is, I imagine, a good thing for the scorpion. With soft side up for the stinger. I'm not sure if it will sting. From the videos I've seen from other people's scorpions, they don't always use... Okay, there we go, proving me wrong. I was about to say they don't always use a stinger, but yeah, this one apparently does, which is good, because let's face it, if you get a scorpion, you want to see them use the claws and you want to see them use the stinger. Yeah, this thing is quite skittish. fast. It really is fast. But I'm good to see it's got a good feeding response. It's a good sign. And yeah, I'm looking forward to keeping this. I really am. Oh, stinging again, right in the belly. I almost feel sorry for that cockroach. It's gotta hurt. Right, I'm gonna go. You guys continue watching, and I'm gonna go and get this guy a piece of cork bark to hide under. It's got to stay in this enclosure for, I think it's 2 days before the new ones are delivered. I think it's an okay size. It's not going to do any harm, but I want to give it a bit of a hide, give it a bit of security. I know these things are quite reclusive. I think even though it's only temporary, you know, make it as good as you can make it. So let's whack this in there, and then it can go and eat in peace. Right, the next one is the June scorpion. Looks quite similar if you're looking at them separately. If you've got them next to each other, there are distinct differences. This one is a little bit less skittish. Again, I'm going to offer it. See whether it... Oh, no, okay, maybe not. Although it might have just startled it. Let's see what happens. So, are you are you chasing it or are you running away from it? I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. I will, as I said, I'll take it out. If it doesn't eat it straight away, I won't leave it in there, because if it's not interested, I don't want the cockroach stressing it out. So tell you what, give it a nudge. Go that way. Go on, here you go. If it take, oh, okay, so it's grabbed it. That's a good sign. No stinging yet. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. Yeah, now it's grabbed it with both of its claws. Maybe the roach needs to move a little bit. There we go. Oh, yeah, you can see it searching around. I did wonder whether they'll be able to handle the roaches, because they've got quite a hard exoskeleton. They've almost got like armor plating on the back. I think we'll have to get these guys crickets. You can see it searching around for a weak point. That is amazing. It's gone underneath. I didn't know they could do that. Okay, it turned its body sideways so that its stinger went underneath to the vulnerable part of the roach, I suppose. Because it doesn't want to just stick it through the exoskeleton or armour, because I suppose if it damages the tip of its stinger, then it's going to be no good in the future. So yeah, there we go. Look, it's turning its body completely sideways. It's gone underneath, and it looks like it's actually sticking it in the face right now. I don't know if you can hear in the background. There's a scratching noise. It's the scorpion I have just fed, and then put a piece of cork bark in. It is currently digging under the cork bark and dragging the cockroach under the cork bark as well. So if you hear a scratching, there it is again. If you hear a scratching, that is the previous scorpion kicking sand, and that's got amazing. And yeah, creating a little burrow under that cork bark. So yeah, I'm glad I gave it a cork bark hide. And I'm going to do the same for this one. Whack that in there, and I imagine it will probably do the same. So yeah, I'm not sure whether this guy's finished this roach off or not. The roach doesn't, I don't know whether he did actually sting him underneath. Yeah, the roach is still kicking. It's quite a big roach actually for the size of the scorpion. Maybe I should have given it something a little bit smaller. But it didn't seem to hesitate really when it came to grabbing it and taking it down, so... But yeah, the roach is still kicking. It's got some power behind it, look. So... I don't know, I might have to take that out. Oh, it's thinking about stinging again. There we go, look at it searching around, look. Searching around for a weak point. See, none of those are actual stings. It's literally just feeling around for a weak point in the armour. None of those penetrated. None of those had venom in them. So it can do that as often as it likes. It's not going to bother the roach. It needs to get underneath it. But I'm pretty sure it got at least one, if not two, on the underside. So he doesn't seem to be bothered by it. So I'm going to leave him with it. I'm going to leave him alone to finish his meal, I think, and move on to the next one. Right, and here is the fourth, the Desert Hairy. This one looks completely different. It's got very dark carapace. Is it a carapace on a scorpion? I don't know. I'm talking tarantula lingo there. It's a very dark body, put it that way, compared to the others, which were kind of banded. So what I'm going to do is try and find an appropriate sized roach for this one. Bear with. Yeah, let's give it, it's upside down. Oh, come on, turn over. The brooches are done. Right, there we go. Okay, this one doesn't seem particularly interested. So I might have to take this one out. Again, I don't want to leave food in there with them in case it stresses them out. Oh, we might have grabbed it. I'm not sure if that's more of a defensive kind of pushing away rather than a oh no, there we go. That's definitely grabbing it. Yeah, and here comes the stinger, look. And it's searching around again, look. Searching around for a weak point. Can't seem to grab it. There we go. Is it going to go? Yeah, it's gone underneath again. The way it's turning its body completely sideways. Can't really tell from looking straight down from the tripod, but it's got its body completely sideways to then get its stinger underneath and up. I'm really impressed with that. I didn't realise that they could do that, but it does make sense because I suppose quite a lot of insects and other invertebrates and things, they have a hard top but then a vulnerable underside, so it makes sense that they do that. Right, give it a bit of cork bark again. Not going to be in these tubs for much longer, but while they are, they can make it as good as possible. Right, let's move on to the next. Here we are with the Avic, the giant pink toe. If this is anything like my Avics, it's going to have a great feeding response. They always do. Let's see what this guy is like. Come on, there we go. Okay, yeah, that was reasonable. Probably not as good as my Avics, but not far off. And this guy should get a lot larger, so that should be fun. But yeah, there we go. Bit of a crunch. I just dropped it. Okay, I'm surprised by that. It grabbed it. I'm pretty sure it bit it, and then it's dropped it. Maybe that was more of a defensive attack rather than a feeding response. Although I wouldn't have thought so. Oh no, maybe not, because okay, it can obviously sense it, and it is now going after it again by the look of it. So I'm guessing it was a feeding response. Maybe it just lost grip. Maybe. I think it's going to get it again now. Yeah, it's going down. Right, let me. Yeah, right, let me take the camera out of the tripod and try and get a bit closer up and a bit of a better view. Bear with me a second. Right, here we go. Let's get as close as possible. Hey, oh, as soon as I said that, it pounces. Well, there we go. It's definitely got it this time. No, it's dropped it again. All right, I'm not going to lie. That's a little bit weird, a little bit concerning. I'm going to leave it in there because it's not going to do it any harm. It can always get out of the way if it wants to. I want to check the fangs on this guy. Okay, no, its fangs and its mouth look fine. I didn't know whether potentially it had damaged fangs and it was painful. Everything looks alright. Right, I'm just going to leave it to it. See what happens. But that was weird. Right, next one up is my Avic from Portsmouth Tarantulas. This is one of 3 that I've got. Again, these tend to have a decent feeding response, so let's see what this one does. These will all be rehomed in the next few days. But for now, it can have a snack. Oh, there we go. Well, I dropped it, but it caught it. Annoyingly, went off camera. But yeah, good feeding response. These are beautiful teas, and you can clearly see why they're called pink toes. There is no denying that is a very apt name. Yeah, always a good feeding response on these guys. So happy to see this one eat. Right, gonna leave it to it. Move on to the next. And here is my Brachypelma Hamori. Again, she's obviously going to get rehoused. I've got to wait 2 days for the enclosures. I'm going to offer her some food just to see if she's interested. And then later on, I will put a water bowl in there just in case. Oh, ropes on the loose. Bear with. Hold on. Right, okay. Oh, straight down, no problems. Crunchy, crunchy. Good to see. Right, that's all, guys. Sorry this video's dragged on a bit, and a good 10-15 minutes of it was the zebra. This guy's beautiful. Right, thank you, guys. Gonna leave it there. Leave me a comment. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Cheers, guys. Catch you later.